So the new season of anime starts, and a start to this anime of the fall anime is just like brilliant. I actually like the first episode of that time when I was reincarnated as slime. I think that's the name. Really like the first episode, to be honest. Like superb. Uh, it was funny, and let's straight get into what like this whole thing is about, like the whole story, what I'm getting through this and everything. So basically, I like this cool system that started off. Like the start was like this man being very much like our 37-year-old man, just being like I'm having a normal life, and I'm still unmarried, I'm still a virgin, yada yada yada. It's just he's straight up going and talking about his life, having a good day, and all of a sudden he gets stabbed in the back and is like, yeah, I'm dead. That's pretty much it. And he's like, oh, please delete my hard drive. He says to his co-hide. I was like, I already know what's on that hard drive. You already know what's on that hard drive. He's like, please delete the hard drive. It's like, you already know what's in it. So yeah, that was a pretty fun start to the series. Also, I really like the feature that this shows, like how this AI was reading pretty much this guy's like words and stuff, like his pain, which nullifies pain. He gives what was it? Ability. There we go. A skill basically, which is nullifying pain, and he gets cold resistance and heat resistance, and then he gets what else does he get? I don't remember that well. Like, but he gets a lot of skills because basically he was feeling those emotions as he was dying, which I find pretty cool because a lot of isekai when they do stuff, they normally just go like, oh, this character is pretty damn strong. He's straight up a hacker. He's a super genius, yada yada yada. But they don't really give an information on how they actually get certain skills, and they don't give like these. Even though they are all powered, they don't explain a lot of stuff. Like, oh, this guy is resistant to that, but why is he resistant to that? This guy has the certain sword, but where did he find the sword from? Like there's a lot of isekai that does stuff like that, and doesn't like just straight up makes its character all powered and gives him various skills and stuff, but doesn't explain anything to us. Like that's what I really liked about the start of this series, because it actually explained how this character got certain resistance and how his body was created in this other world he was transferred to, and how he's gaining skills and stuff. And I don't mind having an overpowered character. I mean, I don't mind that at all, because I like a lot of overpowered characters, to be honest. One of them would be Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins. Really overpowered. Pretty much, Seven Deadly Sins is a pretty overpowered universe. So, but let's like I like all part characters. There's nothing against that, but it's about how they're executed, and I think so. This is well executed so far as of episode one, as I saw from episode one, because they explained a lot of stuff. They didn't just throw you in a situation like, oh, here you go, you have got a harem situation in isekai. No, they didn't throw you straight at it, but rather they explained a lot of stuff, and they are focused on the story rather than going like, oh, this character is so cute, let's get him with 100 girls or something. No, no, actually they actually are going for story, which I pretty much like. Getting into the story. Tsundere dragons. Where can you find a tsundere dragon in any anime? Like, dragons are supposed to be badasses. Like, my dude. That got me so hard. Like, that hit me hard. I was laughing that whole moment. Like, just my dude. He fought a tsundere dragon. Like, what the hell? the dragon was like, I'll think about being your friend. It's so tsundere, and I always question why can't we have characters like this? Like suitors, rather than having like ladies from various years. I'm not disrespecting any of them because some of them are great, some of them are just straight up trash. But rather than having like these certain characters, ladies be tsundere, why can't monsters like this be tsundere? Because this, like, if you're making a funny series, this is a perfect comedy moment to have a monster be a tsundere, and especially when it's a dragon, you're just gonna laugh out. Like, just imagine, all right, any series, any comedy series having a dragon, and that dragon, rather than being a badass, was a complete tsundere. Just imagine that. Like, that would have been such a funny thing to have, like, straight up kind of funny. And, like, just imagine it in action sequences. If just imagine Shenron from Dragon Ball Z was a tsundere. Like, just imagine that. Like, there are so many. Like, it makes me think so much about dragons and tsunderes with this kind of attitude that the dragon showed. Like that's one of the and that's one of the things that I really liked about this certain episode of this anime. It's like it's not only presenting a good story so far, and like explaining stuff and everything. Story is quite average so far. I wouldn't say it's the great and almost almighty story or anything. No, story is pretty average. Way they have executed and the way they have explained everything in this episode was well done. That is a point on, and that's what makes the story so far a good one because of the execution they've done so far. But yeah, uh, like like the way they have created this world so far, even though they have not explored much, but these just with these two characters that they had, a certain slime and this dragon, they just made this episode very good just with two characters. Just with two characters, they executed this episode to be a good episode, and I really liked it because normally you need a lot of characters, a lot of cast around to have a good episode. Because a lot of cast, when there's and sometimes this lot of cast that you have around can also make a bad episode because of the way they interact and stuff. But if this cast only has two characters, and they actually, even the single character, to be honest, it's not even a dragon. The dragon was introduced in the last 5 minutes. This whole episode was mainly focused on a slime, and the way the way he was portrayed and stuff, like a fun-loving, like how he's just like going around and just sucking off this like these herbs and making potions and stuff, being intelligent, and is like, oh, I'm gonna save up on the potions and I'm gonna make sure that that if I get hit by something, like I could take the potions over. So that's pretty cool. And we also see how he just goes inside the water and just uses more like a water puffer. That was what that was. He uses that to get out of the water. That'd be cool. Like, this shows that this character is just intelligent. He's not like I wouldn't say he's as intelligent as some of the greater intelligent characters who have way higher IQ than him, but he's still around that level where you would consider him intelligent, and you'll be like, oh, he's doing a good job of being a character. And just imagine, like, I think so this is the most relatable you can get with a character, to be honest, because just imagine if you go to the other world, you would definitely start exploring. And imagine if you're just a slime, you would pretty much be like the character this guy is portrayed with because of the way like he is. Like, if you're a fun-loving person, that is, like if you're a straight up kudare and it's just not loving fun and everything, you're just gonna be straight up like, oh, this is boring. Imagining like imagine somebody who's just cheerful and everything, and him moving on to the next world, reincarnated in this other world, and he's turned slime. Yeah, he's gonna be pretty simple. He's gonna be having fun and stuff, and that's what this character was doing. This character was straight up having fun and thing, and I think so. This is a very relatable situation with what the character is doing, and I think so. That's most probably why I actually like the first episode of the series. So definitely a series to keep an eye out for fall 2018 because of the, I mean the if the first episode is capable of impressing me at least, I think so it should be quite a good series because to be honest, like not a lot of series tend to impress me the way this series does. Like not a lot, and I say that a lot of time, and I give a genuine opinion on a series, and it's just like sometimes I just don't like series that a lot of people like. Like I'm not even joking. There's some series that I don't like that a lot of my friends like, which is kind of surprising considering like it's pretty hard to impress me with series because normally I see a lot of series and I'm like mostly it's about character execution and story for me. That's just the how it goes for me in anime. Manga is a completely different situation because manga it's an original source. I read it, and it's just like oh, I get more information. I think so. It's more like I get more information from the manga rather than the anime. But at the same time, seeing animated with the animated, it's tough to impress me at least when it comes to anime. And this series, first episode, like at least in the first episode, none of the series, no series. I will always say I'll give 3 episodes to the series, and if I like it, I'll continue it. That's pretty much me. So yeah, I like this. If I like the series from episode one, this is definitely a series to try out on. So yeah, uh, let me know what you think about this series of is I already forgot the name of the series. That is a pretty tough name to speak, but I think that is again the English name is also pretty long, so I'm just gonna call them Slime Reincarnation if that's okay with you guys, because I know there are some loyal fans to the novel, the light novel of this series. So I'm like, if you guys are okay, I will just call it Slime Incarnation. That's just what I'm gonna call the series because it's just too long. I don't wanna like go way long and say that long name again. So yeah, let me know what you think about this series, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace.